Hi Hanan, thanks for being with us today. In the next few minutes, we'd like to get some tips from you on how to make training more impactful and how to get the most out of a training budget. What would you say are the top 3 tips that you could give us on how to deliver great training?
Yeah. Well, the first step is to make sure that your training need analysis is relevant. So you look at your business objectives, and if you have a performance management system in place, you do relate your training plan to the performance management cycle or process, and ensure that whatever you plan for the year would relate directly to the achievement of those business objectives and what your people really need. The second one is the design and delivery of the program. I always say you can lead the horse to the water, but you cannot really make it drink. So don't go for the traditional lecture-like training programs. What you want to do is to choose and design training courses or workshops that appeal to the human, to the person inside every professional. You also want to make sure they're as interactive as possible. When people get engaged and have fun in a workshop, they actually retain the learning for longer. The third tip is to also ensure there is a mechanism to follow up on the learning acquired during the course. So how the employee is going to apply his learning when back at the workplace, how is he going to benefit his team, department, or company from what he'd learned already. These are the main tips. If followed, it makes the most of any training budget, big or small.
Back to that second point for a moment. You said the training needs to appeal to the delegate as a person, as an individual.
Yes.
How do you achieve that?
Well, what we use, for example, is combining the core skills of emotional intelligence, neuro-linguistic programming, neurosemantics, with the traditional soft skills training, because you want people to see what's in it for them to actually sit there and listen to you. Yes, of course, they want to benefit their company and workplace, but when they find that it can help them also on a personal level or in their career, they become more interested and they give their full attention in class and actually do something when they leave the workshop back at home or at the company.
Okay, well, when I think about training, I often think about being back at school in 4th grade and sitting listening to hours of information being thrown at me. What kind of ratio of interactivity versus theory would you see, and how much involvement from the participants would you see in a given training course?
Well, there are many theories around this. We use 70-30, 70% interactive or practical training and 30% theory. And if you're going to do that, you want to make sure you do the theory in short doses so people don't get bored. Also, you want them to get up and go around and get all hands on. That's how they enjoy the program and retain the learning as well, even months and years after the program is over.
Are you focused solely on that delivery part or on the whole life cycle of training?
The whole life cycle. So we help organizations with the training need analysis stage if they need to, but if they have the expertise to do that in-house, then we come at the second stage, which is the design and delivery, ensuring that whatever we deliver does meet the actual needs of the employees and the company, and we ensure to provide also a follow-up. This is a crucial part of any training cycle or solution.
Okay. I know you deliver training both to in-house audiences as well as running public courses.
Yeah.
What do you see as the differences between those two approaches or styles of training?
It really depends on your needs as a company. So if you've already done the analysis and now you know what you want to run, what kind of programs you want to run for your employees, then if you've got 6 people or more, then it will be much more cost effective for you to run the program in-house. So we do come to your organization and run it there or any venue of your choice. But if you've got 1 or 2 people, then you want to send them to a public course that you're sure will tackle the actual needs that you've already identified. And it's also a great networking opportunity for high-level people.
Okay, most organizations here in the MENA region have quite diverse workforces.
Yeah.
both in terms of nationality, background and seniority and so on.
Of course.
Does that present any special challenges to delivering training?
Yes, culture and language. So you can have people in the same group, different walks of life, different nationalities, different religions, different languages. So you want to be culturally sensitive to the material and to the way you deliver the training program you designed and the way you approach every individual. Language is another important factor. So if you're presenting to a group of Arabic-speaking delegates, why not deliver it in Arabic or in English and Arabic? So what we do, for example, is having side-by-side slides, Arabic and English, especially if we have Arabic and English-speaking people in the workplace. That really helps getting everyone involved and get the most out of the training program as well.
That all sounds very good. Many training companies in this region, or globally even, promise a great deal.
Yeah.
How the customer of your company know that they're going to get this kind of experience, the one that you've just told us about, in reality?
Well, I agree with you, and I was a learning manager for more than 10 years, so I fully understand how risky it is to deal with a new provider, and that's why when we started H&I, we ensured having what we call our quality promise, and that's 100% money back guarantee. So if we run a program and it doesn't meet the expectations of our client, or it's not as good as we said it was, then we don't invoice our client. We say it's a gift. No pay, basically.
Has anyone ever taken you up on that guarantee?
Well, no, not yet. And actually, if any, it's the opposite. So they always come back and look for long-term relationships with us, and we're very, very proud of that.
Fantastic. Thanks for speaking with us today, Hannah.
Thank you.